And joining me now is retired Brigadier General Dr. Amnon Sofrin, former head of Intelligence Directorate of the Mossad. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
What is your assessment of the current situation with Hezbollah in Lebanon?
The Lebanese territory is very complicated and unexpected. If somebody thinks that Hezbollah is totally demolished and they can't fight anymore, it's a mistake. They have their own capabilities. They still fight at the southern part of Lebanon. They have the long-range missiles and the accurate missiles that are still stored somewhere at the Bekaa Valley, far away, and waiting to be used against Israel if and when decided. At the current situation, there are two things that are denying them from doing that. The first one is lack of leadership and lack of what we call, let's say, military leadership with experience, because everybody was killed. And second, Naim Qassem, who is now in charge after Nasrallah's death, is not somebody that will make decisions like that. He speaks about ceasefire. The Iranians do want kind of ceasefire because they don't want Hezbollah to be destroyed totally. And therefore, they still have capabilities, and I don't propose that we are going to ease the situation and think that everything is okay and it's done. On the other hand, we're going to stay for a while in Lebanon. I think it's months, because we didn't complete the mission yet. We have a long way to go in order to demolish all the infrastructure they built along the borderline that possesses threat to the people living in the northern part of Israel.
Speaking of Lebanon, what do we know thus far about the IDF ground incursion that has begun? How successful has it been? What do we expect of this incursion, aside from the fact that you said it may take a very long time?
The ground maneuver is quite successful because we arrive to the infrastructures. We find a lot of weapon systems that were prepared for advanced forces to get inside Israel and to launch attacks on the kibbutzim and all the northern part of Israel, to abduct people and to kill people, just like Nukhba people did with Hamas on October 7, 2023. So in this perspective, it's quite what we call quite successful. But we still have a long way to go. The fighting is harder than it was in Gaza, because they're fighting, they're more trained, more equipped, they have more capabilities. And it's going to be a long fighting because we are getting into winter time. It's going to be more complicated. It will take more time, more patience. And I think that it will take some months until we can complete the mission of taking over part of the South Lebanese territory, to demolish everything and to be able to bring the people back home more safely than before.
And we're still seeing Hezbollah rockets launched into Israel. Just yesterday, 2 Israelis were killed in Kiryat Shmona by such rockets. Where are they being launched from? What are these Hezbollah capabilities at the moment, without, like you say, the head of Hezbollah and the top commanders?
Hezbollah has long-range missiles. They have accurate missiles. They're all stored somewhere in the depth of the Bekaa Valley. Some of them are hidden in underground tunnels. They are prepared for launching, but they have to decide whether they want to go the extra mile, because they understand that if they are going to do so, we are going to attack all the Lebanese territory, including the Bekaa Valley, and demolish everything we find out. Nor them and neither the Iranians do want that to happen, because the Iranians have the will to preserve Hezbollah's capabilities in order to be able to engage Israel if and when there is a direct engagement between Israel and Iran, namely attack on what we call the nuclear facilities in Iran.
Retired Brigadier General Dr. Amnon Sofrin, thank you very much.
Welcome.